They say poverty is not the lack of money, but a state of mind. How true is that? Come closer, let's talk. We can say poverty is a brutal material reality. And in psychology, we call that the scarcity mindset. This particular video will be phased into 3 or 4 aspects. But for now, let us tackle the scarcity mindset. When someone is under this particular thing called the scarcity mindset, escaping poverty becomes almost impossible, a very difficult state. The best way to look at this is that when someone goes through a long term of financial frustration, it begins to affect the brain. It begins to affect the mindset, the way they think. Now, let's look at us that have a humble beginning. You will discover that your father or your mother will say, manage this food today so we can have for tomorrow. Manage this today so we can have for the future. Don't waste this, although it's not good to waste food. Some parents will go ahead to take their kids. Eat in the morning, avoid in the afternoon. Maybe you drink water when you come out for school, or you soak garri, then eat in the night, late night, maybe 9, 10. So it could last in the morning. Maybe there's no food for the morning. Now, if a child grows up with this particular mindset, they are focused on 3 things: pay their house rent, pay their children's school fees, find a way to feed. Now, when a man is focused on these 3 things, to advance becomes a problem. And I call this the survival over strategy, where someone is forced to focus on a particular event for the rest of their life. You know, some people say if you can feed yourself, pay your bills, take care of your family, you are the richest man alive. But sometimes it is not so. Sometimes it is not so. When you are focused on this particular 3 consciousness, it will be difficult to move ahead. That is why you can package a full load of money and give to a poor man, and yet no tangible fruit will be yield. Why? Not because they squander the money, but because they have to unlearn some certain things to learn how to manage money, because a man must know how to use money for money to work for the man. Our daily activities, you discover that people are trying to survive instead of succeeding, although you must survive before you succeed. But so many people don't want to leave the survivor stage because they are afraid to take risk that will put them on the level of success. And what do I call this? The bandwidth tax. A man hovering around a particular circle, not wanting to leave. This is why we say poverty is also the lack of money and also a mindset. Because when you give money to someone who is not mentally prepared, you have poured water on metal, not even on a rock, on metal. I remain the bringer of truth, the CEO of Jamaica Autos. I will see you when next I see you. Don't forget, I sell automobile spare parts, Tokumbo cars, and electric vehicles. I will see you next time. Stay safe.